I decided it would be best to do a video of me talking about today because I have doctor's handwriting, and I'm fairly sure you can read it, but I just want to make the things you couldn't read clear, so I'm going to say it out loud on recording. Today I walked into work, and I was greeted with Ebony refusing to communicate with me. Don't talk to me. I had to figure out what section she was doing, so I had to ask somebody else, as in another coworker, what section she was doing, so I could figure out what section was I doing. In any sense, I found out later that this was because she thought that I had stolen stuff from her section last night, to make it look like she hadn't set things up. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like she thought that I had some weird conspiracy thing going on against her. I don't even know. Some weird vendetta. I've got no answers there for that one. But that's what I understand the reason was. Nonetheless, even if she did think that, it was still incredibly inappropriate and incredibly unprofessional. And that prompted me to turn in my 2 weeks notice to Emily because, quite frankly, I'm done dealing with this kind of behavior. I don't see any evidence that Atria is willing to apply discipline to it. And so I decided that I just was not going to put up with this anymore. I'm just going to walk away. This isn't good or healthy for anybody. Later on that day, after lunch, Ebony went up to me and told me that I was doing Section 3 and Allie was doing Section 2 and she was doing Section 1. To which I responded, no, I'm doing Section 1. I'm not really clear what happened after that entirely. I did see her walking really passionately towards Pam's office, but I'm unclear about what happened there. I decided that was a good time to take my 30, so I did. I took my 30, I walked out, I asked my dad for advice on the situation, because at this point, as you can understand, I'm kind of confused. And I don't know what to do, and I'm a little bit freaked out at this point. So I get Section 1 through a series of events, once again, I'm not entirely sure about. And Ebony says, as I'm passing by, I guess you gotta be weird to get your way around here. Which was obviously a derogatory remark about my disability, as in autism. I did not say anything about it. I didn't say anything to it because I did not see the point. Later on, she kept true to her promise of walking out if she didn't get Section 1, which, according to what I understand, is a threat she actually made. And she kept true to it, and my thought was, good. Get out. I didn't want her around. I didn't feel comfortable around her. I didn't feel comfortable working with her. Debbie might not be the best server, but I felt better about working with her than I did about working with Ebony. Unfortunately, she came back. Now, in the time she was gone, that work environment was very peaceful. There was no fighting, there was no griping. I mean, aside from the usual, oh, geez, now they want it on meat, or now they say they didn't order that kind of stuff. But that's normal, and that's fine. That's just kitchen stuff. Ebony later makes a veiled threat against me as we're putting silverware into the cleaning solution, claiming that I splashed her and to not let it happen again seriously. And she looked at me, really threateningly, and then turned around and tried to rally my coworkers against me, as if everybody was just going to turn on me for that. And it didn't work, clearly, because her behavior was just unacceptable, so visibly unacceptable. At that point, I was afraid, so I switched with Debbie. I told her, you set up my section, I'll wash your dishes. I don't feel safe working with her. I've never felt unsafe at a workplace because of an individual before. That's never happened to me. And I don't know what to do here. I'm kind of confused. I'm afraid. I feel targeted. I didn't do anything to deserve this. At all. I'm lost here as to what I should do. I want to ride out the 2-week notice because that's the kind of man I am, that I ride out 2-week notices. But I'm not willing to if it's going to jeopardize my safety.